Yeah guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I will be talking about Bambi, the Reckoning. Alright, so Rick Waterfield and his buddies from Jagged Edge Productions gave us the newest chapter in this twisted childhood universe that now consists of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and also Peter Pan, Neverland's Nightmare. I always get that title wrong because it's an annoying title. What we have upcoming in this universe, apparently this year, probably next year, is going to be Pinocchio Unstrung, and then officially the Poohniverse Assemble movie, the Avengers-style Poohniverse childhood twisted universe thingies, and it's yeah. Do we look forward to it? Absolutely. And I have to say, I for one am kind of a big fan of the idea of this franchise. I do think it has a great potential, but I know a lot of people aren't very happy about this universe being a thing, and I kind of get why, because we are, well, not we, but they are touching people's childhood, and people are not going to go well with that. And I have to say that the idea of these films is phenomenal. But of course, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was one of the biggest massacres I've ever seen in my life. And then Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 fixed everything from that first movie and kind of was really entertaining. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it was entertaining and I had fun with it. And then Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare earlier this year was kind of disappointing because it followed the vibes of the first Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And now we have Bambi, the Reckoning, and that movie is again more in the likes of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1, but they are getting there. They're improving. And what I meant with that is that there is one big problem concerning all of these movies, with maybe the exception of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, but still it's in there as well, and it's in there still, but it's better already. And now they made two movies with Peter Pan and this one that completely butchered the idea again, and that is to have fun with it. Make these movies, not these serious, dark, horrific movies. That's never gonna work, and people will never accept that. But make it as campy and as silly as possible. Do not try to scare us for everything that you want to. You can give us some scares with some jump scares. I mean, it's all you can expect from a movie like this. But also make us have fun. Try to get in the silliness and make sure that we laugh our asses off with it, and people will accept these kind of movies to exist in this world. But what Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare did was going very, very, very dark and going very gritty and going very serious, and this movie as well. It had some sentimental tones. It mostly was very dark and very gritty again, and there are characters in this that you just want to punch to death yourself. And that is what makes these movies not work, because there are way too many things that bother you or that annoy you instead of try for you to have fun. Like, you go to these movies not wanting your childhood to be fucked up or fucked over. I, for one, I don't give a shit about my childhood. Fuck it over all you want. So make movies about this all you want and I will always love it. But as long as they keep making it this serious, it's never going to work. And I am for sure saying that if Pinocchio Unstrung is as dark, as gritty and as these movies are, that movie will have the same issues and the same problems, and it will also never reach its full potential. And I do sincerely hope that they figured it out themselves by Poohniverse to make Poohniverse as great as possible, to make it fun and campy as possible, because that idea is really out of this world. So I'm very, very, very much hoping for them to figure this out before they make those movies or before they make Poohniverse, to create fun, campy movies that have these horrific elements. Think about slashers and try to make these things slashers. I think that would work perfect for a franchise like this. Bambi the Reckoning, on other parts, is not that great and not that awful at the same time. It has a few fairly good things. It has a few things that I sincerely bothered the living shit out of me. One of the things that bothered me was the just non-existing story. There's nothing in this movie really. It's just one night with his family and you don't get a lot from this family and you kind of hate everyone in this family. And they tried to do some emotional storytelling with the kid and his parents, and I seriously respect the idea for doing it, but the way that it plays out is not all that satisfying and not all that nice to see. Something else that bothered me is there are way too many characters that they want you to care for that just never work, and most of these characters die, but around half of them do not even die by the hands of Bambi, or by the hooves from Bambi, or by that thing from Bambi. I have no idea what it's called. I forgot the words. So yeah, there are a few things that bother me, and that's talking about Bambi itself. I have to say the creature design is phenomenal. I loved the way Bambi looked. He looked, even though it was still CGI, of course, the CGI wasn't as atrocious as I thought it was going to be. There was some budget there, and they kind of worked the budget well in this movie, and Bambi definitely looks better than I expected him to be. There is some other thing, I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but there is something with another creature that also does a kill, and I was very much rooting for the animals in that part, because there is a character in this, it's the nephew, that's always on his phone, and I have never seen a character that I wanted to die so incredibly fucking hard. Like, it's genuinely amazing at how they could create a character so atrociously bad that I wanted to throw something at the screen. I wanted to kill him myself. It was that bad. And he was, you always have the meat sacks, as I like to call them. The meat sacks in your slasher film that you know are gonna die, that you want to die because they're fucking annoying and you don't give a shit about them. This guy was a meat bag or a meat sack, but it was also fucking rotten. And that is where you go a little bit too far with it. And I hated this character, and my hatred for that character, purely the hatred for him, made me dislike the movie a bit more. So you like to hate on certain characters, but there's also too much, and that was definitely too much. But the creature design for Bambi and the other creatures is genuinely amazing. The leading character in the kid is kind of nice, even though the rest of the characters do not do it justice. There's this grandma that's very weird and kind of knows Bambi or stuff like that, and they never really talk about it. They try to figure out what's going on with that woman, but or I may have missed it, but I don't think they ever do. So there is a big part of your plot that they just never resolve and just they go with the flow with it. And it's very, very weird. It's, I don't know, the story definitely failed in this one, and kind of the vibe of it all failed as well. But the creature design is awesome, and there were some good kills in there, even though half of these kills were not done by Bambi, and doors were more likely a suggestion for Bambi. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. There is a big mistake in this film, by the way. Bambi can crush through doors and walls without any repercussions, without any problems. He can just bang these things like it's paper. But there is one log, just a regular log that has fallen down, and he can't do anything around it, and they managed to escape because the creature was stuck in that place. Do with that all you want. Do with that all you want. In the end, I'm going to give Bambi the Reckoning 2 stars out of 5. There was potential, they just never met its fully capability of it. And that is quite sad, and that is why these movies will always keep on failing until they figure out what they need to do with the tone of these films. Alright, what did you think of this one? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm really excited to hear your opinion on this. I want to thank you for watching, and I would like to see you in the next video. Thank you, and bye bye.